we witness a mother driving her car while listening to the radio. She parks her car in the center of the railway track. Surprisingly, she has endangered her son. The picture then shifts to a young woman named Carly who resides with his brother and their parents. Her parents were glued to the televisions as a result of the widespread media coverage of the car-railroad collision. Carly's family was unconcerned since they were engrossed in their chat. Her mother informs her that they must visit the hospital today. Her aunt has given birth to a child. Carly, on the other hand, seemed uninterested in seeing the infant in the hospital. Her brother, who has never wanted to study or go to school. He is a mischievous child, yet his father adores him. On the other hand, we see Carly in class with a friend. When a friend of hers' phone rings, she finds out that a girl's parents have come to pick her up. As soon as the bell rings, parents show up to pick up their kids. It continues to happen, and the teacher has no idea what is going on. Outside, the police are stationed, and several cars are on their way to other schools. When Carly and her friend step outside, they see everyone running in the direction of their parents. There are some barrier fences placed there. Children are not permitted to pass through the barrier by the police. A young child rushed to his parents after hearing his parents' call. But at the same time, his mom attacks him with the key and kills him instantly. The parents were all in the same circumstance, and some of them broke into the school. Every student is conscious of the fact that going to his parents will result in his death. The school's security was also attempting to save them. Carly and her friend were relieved that their parents didn't love them as much as other students do, or else they might have tried to kill them. When Carly's friend attempts examinations and discovers that his parents have not arrived, he returns home and notices that his father's seat is missing. The house was in poor condition, implying that something had occurred. He notices the strewn items and begins to put them back together. In the meantime, he detects someone near him, and it turns out to be his father. He hits him, and he's holding a glass bottle. He attacks his son with it by sliding it to sharpen it. He flees from there, but his father is pursuing him. Suddenly, he realizes what has occurred to him and places the glass bottle around his neck. The boy becomes upset since he is unable to see his father in this situation. Carly's mother was sobbing because she feels like her daughter ignores her and behaves badly. On the other hand, she receives a call from her sister informing her that she has given birth to a child. Carly and her companion manage to get away from school and go to their friend's house. She was sitting in front of the television, waiting for her friend. She felt as though something was wrong with her because she wasn't coming back to her. She starts looking for her and discovers that her friend has been killed by her mother. Carly's mother learns from the news as she enters the hospital that a gang is in charge of parents who adore their kids and the medicine compels them to kill their offspring. When she enters the room, she discovers that her sister has just given birth. She hugs him, and the chemical activates as she does so because of the love. She squeezes him harder than necessary in an attempt to kill him. Having already seen the news, Carly's mother tries to take the baby. The doctors attempt to remove the baby, but she resists and maintains a tight hold on him. Carly's mother, on the other hand, takes the baby. Later, her aunt attempts to kill him by attacking him with the cutter. Carly's mother rescues the infant. Carly, in the meantime, flees the scene after observing her friend's mother killing her child. She observes many bizarre incidents, including a father killing his son with a baseball bat. Her friend shows up there simultaneously. Both of them were discussing how Carly's mother doesn't love her and that, as a result, their bond isn't strong enough to cause her mother to produce those lethal chemicals for her. But her younger brother's life is in danger because her parents adore him. However, Carly's father is seen in the office looking worn out. When he notices the TV isn't working, he yells. On the other hand, her mother was calling him non-stop because she was afraid he might kill her son. A nurse visits her mother and informs her that this infant must be kept in the hospital since he is too young. Carly's mother is reluctant to leave him, but the nurse explains that her sister's blood contained the same chemical. Although the infant was taken to the hospital and placed in a safe location, all of the parents were frantically preparing to murder their kids. Meanwhile, Carly and her friend reach their home and notice their maid, who was cleaning the blood. She asks about her brother and asks the maid to leave the house immediately. She finds her brother hiding under the bed. Carly confirms if he is safe and, at the same time, their father has arrived. When her friend tries to trick him, he yells at him, and the two get into a heated argument. Carly's brother is terrified and seeks help from his father because he is completely unaware of the current situation. Father comes up to kill him, but her friend intervenes. He pushes the youngster and starts chasing after his kids. He tripped over a toy car as he stood there, letting them slip into the cellar. On the other hand, Carly's mother worried and accelerated the car as quickly as she could. She notices a mother tossing her son in front of her car, but she saves him. After reaching home, she witnesses her fainted husband. As time passes, she also gets affected by the medicine and joins her husband. They plan to kill their kids and their mother politely asks them to come out. But Carly says, "Sorry, Mom, we can't." As a result of her denial, their father yells and forces the door with a drill machine. However, the door was exceedingly strong and could not be broken. His father plans to use the gun he'd hidden to murder them. Fortunately, his son has already taken possession of the weapon. He fires the gun, which hits their mother in the hand. Both mother and father decide to release a dangerous gas into the room. After realizing they won't survive the night with the gas, she discovers a ventilator. In addition to being able to release the gas through this, they will also be able to leave the area. Carly resolves to kill their parents to be safe in the future and uses a matchstick to attach to the door. Her parents will enter the ventilation system as they leave and will be burned alive. They depart and cough so that their parents may hear them and eventually come to see them. Mom and dad force themselves inside according to the plan. Matchstick catches friction with the door and the room catches fire. Due to the explosion, their father is thrown away. Carly's mother passes out as well, and Carly has taken her brother to the roof. When she hears the sound of a boom, she believes her parents have fainted and it's safe for them now. However, her mother returns to her senses and glimpses her descending the stairs. She runs behind her but Carly hides in a room. She arrives there and Carly bites her. Her fainted friend wakes up. They lock her mother in the closet and assume that she has passed out and will die shortly. But she was faking it. After some time, she attacks them with a broken hanger. It creates a hole in her friend's cheek. Carly and her brother attempted to flee during this time, but their parents prevented them from doing so. The doorbell rings and her grandparents have arrived there. Carly's grandmother sprays her son and her grandfather strikes him with a knife. Her father was also pursuing his son. Scared, Carly's brother hides in his father's car. Carly bolted outside because her mother was suffocating her. Her grandfather, on the other hand, comes to her rescue. Her father sits in his car, which collides with his mother and father while killing them. Now, they can murder their kids, but at the same time, her friend appears and saves them once again. The scene cuts to the scene where they have imprisoned their parents in the basement. Their parents were pleading with them to let them go, but the kids start crying without saying a word. Carly and her brother realize their mistake and that, as kids, they must love their parents back. When Carly's parents witness their children crying, they begin to tell them they love them, but sometimes they used to tease them way too much that they thought, why not take their kids' life? However, they are unable to do this because they love them. The children who remain rude to their parents have deserved the same. The film ends here. Thanks for watching and don't forget to watch out next movie recap displayed on the screen.